Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PDAC 2024. It's Monday, day 2, and we are now with US GoldMining, and Tim Smith, the CEO, is here with us. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time. And we are here at the, how can I say that, large universe of gold mining, US GoldMining, UEC, URC. So the whole team, the whole family is together.
The universe,
that's great.
I like that. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So you are a spin-out of gold mining, with the Whistler project. And it was a long time that Whistler project was like laying there, I would say, because the gold price was down, the copper price was down. Things have changed dramatically,
Absolutely,
right?
Yes.
So what's going on with it?
Well, you nailed it on the head. When we bought this project in 2015, gold was around $1,100 per ounce. And of course, now we're trading, I think we're heading into our 4th month, north of $2,000 per ounce. So a significant change, double the price of gold compared to when we acquired it. Copper too is doing very well. But there's some other catalysts. The government wants to build a road directly to our property. And of course, if you know Alaska, you know that it's large. You can fit Texas, California, and Montana into the state of Alaska. But in terms of infrastructure, it's very infrastructure poor in terms of highways, roads, railways, things like that. So when the government says it wants to build a 100-mile road from the main population center of Anchorage directly to your property, you prick your ears up and you think, okay, this triggers the need to do something, to wake up our project and unlock the value in there for shareholders.
Absolutely. So what have you done 2023 and now also for this year? What's going on? What are you doing to lock up, to lift the value?
Well, we're off and running. We're almost a year old. We completed our IPO in April of 2023, raised $20 million US, listed on NASDAQ. So that was perfect timing for us to put our first field season in at Whistler last year in 2023. We got our field team mobilized out to Whistler. We got our camp renovated, ready to move in, up to code, fully permitted. We mobilized to drill. We drilled 2,200 meters. We drilled 4 holes total, 3 into the Whistler deposit. Fantastic results. And now we're sort of looking at the results, the assays we reported back in January of 2024. Some really exciting drill results, including the best ever hole drilled at the Whistler property. And that was 547 meters at 1.06 grams per ton gold equivalent. Absolute amazing banger of a hole.
Yeah. I think it started right at surface, right?
Yes.
Almost.
Yeah. Well, there is weak mineralization, gold and copper, right at the very surface. The 547 meters, we started at about 50 meters downhole because that was where the consistent 1 gram or better continued right to the end of hole. And we would have drilled deeper, but we were getting into the end of October. Winter was starting to come in Alaska. Our water source, because you need water for diamond core drilling, our water source froze up. So I was like, okay, well, there's always next year. We've got plenty of data to work on over the winter to really do good geologic interpretation work. But I tell you, when we got those results, we were super excited for 2024 because one of the first things we want to do is re-enter that drill hole and keep going. The last 25 meters of that hole returned 1 gram per ton. So it's mineralized right to the end of the hole. We want to push that hole deeper beyond the current depth of the open pit, which of course is just a modeled open pit that constrains our mineral resource estimate. And we will keep drilling as long as we stay in mineralization. So this is very exciting. This is part of the high-grade core at Whistler, which is at the heart of the Whistler system. There's this beautiful, contiguous high-grade core of 1 gram per ton or better. It comes right to surface. We think it could go a lot deeper. There's nothing geological to say it doesn't go deeper. We just have to drill it.
Wow, fantastic. Okay, you have to drill. What is the plan for this year?
Okay, so we're set up now. The drill is on site. The camp is ready to go. We just need to turn the key. We can be drilling much earlier this summer, so we can get a lot more done. We can be a lot more effective in year 2, now that we are established. So we're really excited for that. In addition to drilling and optimizing around the existing deposits, we also really want to ramp up our exploration within the Whistler Raintree District. We see a lot of really exciting geophysical and geochemical targets, which could lead to brand new discovery of additional resources. And if you discover another porphyry, you're not just adding a couple of ounces here and there. You're adding...
That's real stuff.
You're adding significant ounces. Yes.
Absolutely. What would be in the longer perspective the target here? Like a large open pit, then later underground? What is the vision?
Well, the vision right now is open pit, and so that's why most of our resources are constrained in an open pit shell. And we cut that at $1,600 gold and $3.25 copper. So immediately that suggests next time we recut that pit, we're probably going to do it at more of a consensus pricing, closer to 1,800, 1,900, perhaps 2,000 gold. We're looking at drilling for another year at first. We still want to explore. We think there's some more additions, expansions to be found at Whistler. We don't want to lock into a preliminary economic assessment or a mine scoping study too soon. We want to really understand the geometry and the size potential. Once we're happy that we've got that, then we will start looking at mining studies. We will bring in our metallurgical, geotechnical studies. We will combine our environmental studies and wrap all of that into a first scoping study in the form of a preliminary economic assessment. Now, we may trigger that at the end of this year. If we make that discovery, we may also choose to keep drilling for a year or two longer to delineate that new discovery before we lock down those deposits into a preliminary economic assessment. So lots of options, and still, very exciting in terms of this project being an exploration play.
Super. So preliminary economic assessment, I heard it already. So 2025, there could something happen?
What we're saying is we will look at initiating the preliminary economic assessment either at the end of this year or early 2025, depending on the results. We have to be guided by the geology. I think one of the biggest rules in geology and mining is be guided by the geology. Don't create a mining scenario and try and get your rocks to fit that scenario. You have to create a mining scenario to fit the geology you have. And if you haven't completed your model, if you don't fully understand the geology, you should probably keep working on that before you lock down and do a mining study.
Yeah, absolutely.
There may be more value to find.
Definitely. That is for sure. More value to find. That sounds like a great game plan. Thank you very much for your time. And I would say we talk soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Tim. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Tim Smith, the CEO of US GoldMining. And you heard it. The guys are drilling. Really, lots is going on. This is a big, big system. And yeah, gold and copper, that's exactly what you want to have. And the state is also helping with a 100-mile road here directly to the project. Fantastic thing. Check it out. Thanks for watching us. And bye-bye from PDAC 2024.